Hello all, how are you? I'm gonna lower this screen down so you can see me at a better angle. Um, Second time that I'm doing a video. I guess I got a little addicted to it. Name is Alex Blodgett. Nobody pretty much knows me except for being the lunatic that's written some horrendous blog that nobody really believes. It's probably like I like to call it the gay boy story of a lifetime. Sorry for the crooked teeth. It's just to add to the white trashiness. That's if I was white trash because I don't know if I am. So let's go back to what I was talking about before. I like putting jokes on and using this deflection of humor to get over what has transpired in my life. Um, why I'm recording this video is that actually I'm going to start doing myself the favor, and instead of now documenting or blogging, I'm going to try to come up with a YouTube channel called The Human Target, or The Gay Human Target. Hi! Yeah, thanks. Thanks. I love being the target, yeah. I love it. um, my issue is that actually I've had a lot of things transpire in life, just such as anyone else has. And I've gone through a lot of hospitalizations, a lot of therapies, a lot of different kind of just a lot. And I believe that the best way to express it is to go by humor, but to also voice your opinions. I mean, I'm not the best person to be, out there. I'm no Anderson Cooper. You're doing well. You really are doing well. Nobody does, nobody can actually stand there and be picturesque and just poise and say it in such a manner. I wish I could be that way. But unfortunately, that ain't in the cards. I didn't even get into community college. So, this channel, which is called The Human Target, I'm going to do is try to at least do weekly or bi-weekly things. That's the phone, you know. Already, I got callers. Hey, the Human Target is going to be a basis of what I have to do to point out of bad things that have happened to me from the past or in the future. Little thoughts here and there, local thoughts, not big thoughts. Stop right now. Ex-boyfriend's phone going off, so I guess that's not for me. What it is that actually I want to point out small points, not big ones. Everybody's covering the massive stuff, the things that are going on in the media now. But I feel that actually sometimes we neglect what's in our very own backyard as a community, as a society. I have no clue. I have generally no clue what goes on in other foreign countries because I've never stepped out of my own country. But what I do know is what goes around in my own surviving. Well, my own environment, my own community that I've been a part of for ever since that I came out when I was 15. By the way, I hate to say this, at the age of 15 at my time, not so bad, really. So, I want to just leave this down leave this as a memento, or maybe somebody to just listen to. Maybe they'll laugh about it. Maybe they'll brass the idea, and they're going through their own traumatic time, and just go, you know what, this is probably the best way to handle it. Laugh about it. Oh, by the way, my eye color is brown. I do have green contacts in. See, $8. Yeah. Gotta love eBay. Anyway, so welcome to the Human Target. This week's Human Target, which I have no name for, has three little issues. Let's start with the first issue that bothers me, and that is the gym that I work out at, or maybe still work out at. I'm still debating. I joined Crunch Gym in Guardwood, New Jersey, because that was the gym that I felt that actually I could go to and feel secure and safe. For about almost over 2 months, I have been repeatedly ridiculed. I've had people make fun of me. I have people say rotten things and spread more rumors than usual. And I've had people even threaten to actually spit in my water bottle. But what really comes to, I thought I could still handle it because I've been doing it my whole life. You know, in high school, I had kids try to run me down with a car. I mean, I had guys, beat the shit out of me. I had guys actually, literally, want to try to kill me. So this was nothing. Turns out, while I was working out, I was at a machine and I had my music off. Not to mention that actually, at this time, I already knew I should start recording it. So I look over slightly and I see there's 2 feet standing there. And the problem is with my workouts is that actually they go a little bit longer than usual. I work 4 times out of the week. And they're travel jobs. I go all the way up to Phillipsburg, New Jersey, and I live in Edison. That's like over an hour. So I don't have time to go to the gym every day. So what I do is that actually I work out 3 times a week from 5 to closing, going slowly with my workouts. Look, I'm a tiny guy. I'm tiny. I'm flaming. I'm a big flaming queen. I'm tiny. See? I'm tiny. I do 1,200 crunches a week and try to do so. I'm tiny. There's nothing to brag about. I'm not all that. I'm not that good looking. But for some reason, people think it's actually a great idea to actually go after me. I can't help it if I have a red belt in Taekwondo that actually I haven't practiced in like so many years. And yet, on the other hand, I'm being ridiculed and called a stripper. Well, you know what? Maybe I should. So, back to the story of this great gym that actually so many people can't stand. All of a sudden, I hear someone's passing by me. And then all of a sudden, I was like, I'm waiting for this fucking retard to get off the fucking machine. And I turn over, and it turns out to be one of the personal trainers from Crunch Gym. I'm getting scared for my life. So, when I heard that, I tried to be as brave as I could. Mentioned I recorded and had a freak out in the locker room, scaring the other people so the members would now have suggestions and maybe somebody else would be some sort of advocate and do something. Because nobody wants to stand up for me. So this is my way, my attempt to maybe tell others. Don't do what I do. This guy was literally two, two things away from me. Two, not even 2 steps away from me. And he's looking at me in such a way that actually he's ready to rip my head off. I haven't done a thing to anybody. So, there's my one problem with Crunch right there. I literally had to walk out. And now I'm in the midst of looking into pressing charges. I already tweeted what Crunch has done. Not the company itself, but basically its clients, its customers, and its staff. To let this go on for over 2 fucking months. No judgments, right? So there's problem number 1. Problem number 2. I'm trying to hold on here. Coffee, no Kahlua, just regular coffee. Caramel from Starbucks, really good. Shit, I just spilled it all over the place. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse. I have problem number 2 for the human target is I have a problem with gay men. I have an exceedingly big problem with gay men. And I think majority of gay men can actually say that. I mean, you go back to the old joke. What does a lesbian bring on a second date? A U-Haul. The old gay joke. Anybody remember this one? What does a gay man bring on a second date? What's a second date? And that's exactly how my situation kind of is. I'm not saying that actually it's their fault. Nonchalantly or indirectly, it may be, but they're just not thinking. But here's my problem. I'm in the state of New Jersey, and I'm going to tell a little bit more about me. I am a convicted felon. I beat the shit out of my former lover of almost 7 years with a small little tiny tension rod. Most people would have said that actually I deserved it. I only got 38 days in jail and 3 years probation. It's all in my blog, Low Rent Sabbatical. If you want to go through it, you can go through it. If you don't, you don't. And just here's the news. The reason why I beat him is because he used to scare me. He was abusive, doing a lot of things. So one day he pushed me, and I finally pushed back. And I've been paying it for a very long time. I don't regret it, because if I actually didn't do what I did, I would have never went back to rewrite that stupid blog, which is so uneloquent. But yet I found out so many things. It was literally like committing mental suicide. To find out that actually I was telling the truth, and goes all the way back to find out an adoption that I had no clue about, but everyone else knew. That was my history to know and not anybody else's. So, this is the reason why I can't have men in my life. And this is the reason why men stay away, because they're scared of this charge, this person that they actually think is a psychotic with the many post diagnoses. So here, let me level the playing ground here. It's complex post-traumatic stress disorder. A series of events and traumas that has happened to a person over and over and over again. And this person has to relive these ideas, these concepts over and over and over again. And lucky me, I have to stay here in the state of New Jersey and remind myself every single day when I walk out the door why I'm stuck here. No, I'm not trying to be angry. I'm trying to warn. I'm trying to say it. I suffer from more craziness than a Vietnam War vet. So going back to gay men who don't want to deal with this situation, and nobody will blame you, and I'm trying to point that out. There's this one issue that I have with gay men, and that is when I go into a club. I'll say one example, or a gala. And these two will know what I'm talking about afterwards. And I'm hoping that their humanity will eat up at them a little bit, and then they'll realize what the hell that actually they did. Because I don't think they realized what they did. They are so bright, they're so educated, and yet on the other hand, they're sitting there going on about their life and probably saying, oh, I feel so bad. I don't want people to feel bad. I want people to do something. So, I went to this gala and I met an individual. I'm just going to say a doctor. And you know that feeling you get when it's just there. The eyes, the gestures, the sweeping all around. Not that everything just goes silent, it's just everything just dims down a little bit. And the only thing you're doing sorry, is concentrating. Literally, just concentrating. Well, I felt that with this person. Now, granted, I've been through a lot of issues, but there's very few men that are in my life that actually they pulled this off. They got my attention. They literally, there was just something about them that grasped and held me as much as I held for them. I captivated, and they did the same for me. Well, after the conversation, I decided to do, and as what other men do, the pursuit. The emailing, and I have a bad habit of being directly honest. Well, guess what happens? I scare them away. It's to be expected. They have their career to think about, which is right. It is true. They have their career, and I'm me. The other one I met at a club, sort of. It happened again. This eye contact thing. Now you can have eye contact with somebody, but it's got to be in this eye contact where then the stomach starts doing this churning. Every time that I feel that feeling, I know this is the person that actually I can have some commonality with, that will be able to listen and empathize with what I've been going through. To me, they're genuine. They really are genuine people, and I love and relish the idea to have a genuine person. I'm sorry, my nose is running. This person was let's just say a little bit more famous. You know, most people would say that probably it's just some kind of, fame thing going on. And maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe I was hallucinating when I had that 2 sips out of my import. Thank you, Heineken. But I don't think I was hallucinating when I was the one that looked up and he's in the dark corner. And then he starts walking around the bar and then passes by me. And then I start actually going the other way because now I'm just like, oh shit, you've been spotted. Make a run for it. Because God forbid to get a whiff of your reputation, nobody's going to want you. So I decide to go into the other bar. My mind says, turn around. I turn around. He's following me. I'm like, okay, now this pursuit is a little bit more obvious in the front of a club, in front of a bunch of people. And this club knows basically of who I am. So it's just like, look, you're gonna follow the local deranged guy, really? Not good for you. God, oh. Just excuse me for 1 second. I gotta stop this.